Flashpoints, ICE raids in Postville, Iowa, arresting nearly 400 immigrant workers. Also, human rights attorney in the Mexico border city of Chihuahua receives multiple death threats. Co-host Renee Salcedo reports from the National Day Labor Organizing Conference. Plus, we'll have an update on the situation in Burma, where the dictator says he'll finally let aid workers in. We'll see. Headlines from the region and Flashpoints in Espanol. My name is Dennis Bernstein. I'm here with Miguel Gavilan Molina. Francisco Herrera is joining us from Seattle. Renee Salcedo from San Jose. Miguel Perez will be in the studio with Flashpoints in Espanol. I am, as I said, DB. Stay tuned. And you're listening to Flashpoints on Pacifica Radio. My name is Dennis Bernstein. In the Bush administration's largest crackdown to date, ICE agents besieged the small town of Postville, Iowa, and arrested nearly 400 immigrant workers at a meat processing plant there. The raid has turned the town upside down. The following day, more than half of the school system's 600 students stayed home for fear of retribution or just confusion. During the raid, hundreds of the workers fled from the meat plant to St. Bridget's Catholic Church to take sanctuary. Many of them are still in the church seeking aid, support, and legal counsel. Joining us to talk about the latest huge raid is Sister Mary McCallie. Sister, thanks for joining us on Flashpoints.
Welcome.
Well, I'm glad. I know you're very busy. When I last called you, you were besieged by people needing help. What were all those people doing in your church?
Well, today was a very focused day. We have a team of lawyers here doing a legal clinic so that they can understand how to handle some of the very complicated situations that they are in. And my particular focus today was trying to assist our mothers in particular who are now left alone without any breadwinner, trying to help them to pay their bills. Some mothers that have come to me, they have 2, 3, 4 children, and they have absolutely no money coming in. And so we have done intakes on all of the people. We did that yesterday, trying to find out just what their situation is, to see if there is anybody in the home able to bring in any income, how many are in the home, and things like that. And then today, they came to us, coming to us with their various bills and invoices, and we are trying to pay a portion of the variety of invoices that we have. In some instances, when we know that they just absolutely have nothing and are going to be put out on the street, we have had to pay full rent for them. And I would say that today at this legal clinic, we probably have 200 people floating in and out all day long. So last week was responding to just trying to help them to get over the shock and help them to empower one another, give strength to one another so that they felt secure enough to go home. And this week we are really focusing on answering their questions. And as I said, that's of a legal nature. It's of obtaining records, how they might get money so that they can return to either Guatemala or to Mexico. We've been in contact with the both Mexican and Guatemalan consulate, and we are paying a portion of their utilities, their rent. They've come to us with some medical bills. We're going to try to be contacting the medical institutions to see if they could handle those bills. It's just extremely complicated.
Now, Sister, let me tell people we're talking to you at the St. Bridget's Church where, remind our listeners who don't understand what happened here. We're talking to you in a very small town, and it's sort of hometown. It bills itself as hometown to the world. Explain what it was like a week ago Wednesday. What exactly happened there?
Well, actually, on the Friday before, which would have been May 9th, I received a strong phone call indicating that there was a very strong rumor that Postville might be a target for ICE. So we focused our energy as to just how we would organize and mobilize ourselves for Monday, feeling that we would have some time to inform our people, give them information as to what they would have to do. I had been in touch with our Hispanic minister who works at St. Bridget's here in Postville. I served 3 parishes, so I was located in Monona, Iowa at the time. He called me at 10 o'clock and said to me, "It is no longer a rumor. It is a reality. Helicopters are flying over the town." What was it like? It was just one panic for the entire town and one total heartache. We've had a wonderful relationship with our Hispanic brothers and sisters that have come to this town to work in a kosher meat packing plant called agri-processors. So people were just heartsick in the town, and our Hispanic brothers and sisters that were not part of the raid were scared to death that they would become part of the raid, and they came to St. Bridget's for a safe haven, as well as they came to be with their own family and friends so that they could gain strength from one another.
I imagine the kids have been particularly profoundly impacted. Can you help us put a human face? How are the kids taking this?
Well, the children the first night were just huddled around